between all of that going on, I think what we need to understand, especially when it comes to the book of Jonah, is this: that God treats our enemies the same way that he treats us. God treats our enemies. God treats the people who vote differently, who look differently, who believe differently, who have different ideologies than we do, have different lifestyle choices than we do. He views them the same way that he views us. Now, I'm not saying that we all need to vote the same way and think the same thing. Like, that's impossible. There's nothing wrong with having our convictions. Like, I think they're good and we should have them. And you can even be, if you want to be vocal about it, there's nothing wrong with that. But how we talk about the other side, it matters. And when we denigrate, when we call them names, when we say things about them that Jesus himself would not say about them, well, then we're missing the point that God has treated them the same way that he has treated us. See, this is the gospel. The gospel is the good news that Christ came to do for us what we could not do for ourselves. The gospel is that Jesus is Lord over everything, and he came to us while we were sinners, while we were enemies of God. He sacrificed his life through his death, burial, and resurrection so that anyone that would turn and follow him can receive the grace and mercy of God like Jonah received, like the Ninevites have received, not because of us or anything that we have done, but simply because we are honest about our need for God, honest about the ways that we have fallen short, and honest that we need God's grace and mercy in our life. You see, Jesus reacts totally different than Jonah does to those that are far from him. Jesus does not turn his back on them. Jesus does not call them names. Jesus does not look down on them. He says, I am here. I give you kindness and I give you compassion if you will turn to be.